Hello, everybody. Thanks for joining us on our next or latest edition of Meet the Atlassian Vendor. As we know, Atlassian has a lot of products. We've got a marketplace with 5,000 apps, and there's just so much to choose from. There's so much capability and power. So yes, today we have Cecile from Elements Apps, who's going to tell us about some of their favorite products and offerings. So thanks for joining us, Cecile, from sunny France.
Thank you, Michael. Thank you for having me here. Yeah, well, sunny actually right now, it's still night, so I won't be able to tell you what the weather is going to be, but I hope it will be sunny here, at least. And yes, again, thank you for having me. And I'm really glad to be able to be here and participate to your webinar series. To be able to also meet different vendors and know more about the different apps on the marketplace you can find, because you have a lot. And so it's always good to have a global overview of what this can be useful for. Yeah, I thought about presenting 3 of our main apps today. And feel free to stop me if you have any questions, of course. I prepared a few slides and with live demo of these apps to see directly in actions how it can be working and in which cases it can be useful. So let's just show me my screen. All right, we should be good, usually.
Yeah.
Great. Okay, so before diving into the live demos, I just wanted to give you a few information, a few words about the company and about Elements, because yeah, so we are, as you know, an app vendor, as we are in a webinar series Meet Vendor, but we are based in France. We are a French company based in France, but also in Canada. And we are in the Atlassian ecosystem since quite a long time, more than a decade, making specifically apps for Atlassian. That's our main focus, specifically Jira and Confluence. And we are now Gold vendor on the Atlassian Marketplace. And so the team is already strong of 30 people also. It's quite a big team dedicated to developing apps, also with a marketing side, of course, and a support team, really dedicated support team, again, in France and Canada. So this way we will try to be able to answer our customer and partners requests as quickly as possible all around the world. Also, a quick, a bit of a funny fact is that as we are in the ecosystem since quite a few years now, we made an app named Vertigo SLA, and well, now it doesn't exist anymore because it has been acquired by Atlassian, and we worked with them to be able to integrate it directly inside their product Jira Service Desk, now Jira Service Management. So now it's kind of the SLA module you will find in this tool in Jira Service Management. So
awesome.
we participate
that is a fun
to this.
fact. I didn't know that at all. So
yeah. Yeah, it's always good to know that we worked and we are a bit integrated already with Atlassian tools.
That's awesome.
Well, I think you're here, so you all know about the Atlassian Marketplace. So the main goal of this place is to gather a lot of different add-ons to be able to extend the power of Atlassian products, because really every team has different needs, different requirements. And so when you want to go further and do something specific that is not available natively with Atlassian tools, that's the best place to go. And for sure, you will find something useful to fulfill your specific needs. And in our case, we are offering 5 apps. Apps you can find also on the marketplace. So 4 apps for Jira and 1 for Confluence. Well, for today, I will focus on the main ones, which are Elements Connect for Jira, Elements Copy and Sync for Jira, and Elements Spreadsheet for Confluence. So for each of these apps, I'm going to show you what is the main goal, of course, the main benefits it can bring, and in which case it can be useful. And as the best way is to see it in action, we will do a live demo of each one with one specific use case. But yeah, you can find also more information and overuse cases on our demo portal or on the Atlassian Marketplace page. So let's dive into these apps and taking a look at the first one I mentioned, which is Elements Connect. So for this app, the main goal, the main idea behind this app is to be able to bring your external data inside Jira issues. So it can really be working with a lot of different kind of data sources. If you're using a CRM like Salesforce, an Active Directory, LDAP, Confluence also, or even Jira itself, you can connect Jira to it, request it, and get external data and put it inside Jira issues. So the main goal here is really to centralize the information, because actually, if I add a bit of context here, when you're in a company, well, you're mainly using, of course, I think everybody is using a lot of different tools. Jira, that is the main topic for today, but a lot of different tools. And these tools don't really talk to each other. So if I take a specific example, if you having a customer raising a request on Jira, and well, you have all information about this customer already stored in Salesforce, something really good would be to be able to get this information directly inside Jira to avoid the going to Salesforce, going back to Jira, if you have rights also to, and the accesses to Salesforce. And so this way, kind of avoiding a lot of time waste or potential erroneous imports also inside Jira. So actually that was the idea behind Connect, was to connect, as the name said, all these tools together and create and use Jira as the main hub of your information system. So let's see how it works directly in action here. For this live demo to see connects on the Jira portal, we are going to go working for a new company named Atlassian, a global company with a lot of offices around the world. And in this company, we are working with Carlos in the New York office. So, well, unfortunately, today is not a bad day for him, because he's having an issue with a printer in his office, and well, he kind of really needed to print a lot of files today. So no issues. Actually, he's going to report it to the office management team in Atlassian company, and for that they have a specific portal using Jira Service Management. So we are going to go inside this portal to create this request and see how it can be easy for him to indicate which printer he's having trouble with. Because something you should know here is, like, in this company, and maybe it's the case for you, all these assets are stored in a CMDB. For today, we are going to represent it with this kind of a database, but it can be working with different kind of external data sources. And so all these printers, all these assets are stored in this database, and Connect is going to request it to be able to connect it and get this information inside Jira. So let's see how it works. So we are going as Carlos to the portal, to the office management portal, and we're going to report a maintenance issue with a printer. So we fill out the summary, also describing what is the trouble. Again, adding a bit of description, the type of maintenance issue. And actually then the interesting part is more at the bottom. You have two additional feeds not available natively with Jira, so printer and printer offices. And these are connected with Elements Connect directly to the CMDB. So I can choose the office I'm working for, New York for Carlos, and then directly the printer actually indicated by the floor, because there is one in each floor. So if I switch to another office, actually, I'm going to have a different list matching exactly the printers available in Dubai, But let's go back here to New York in our use case. And so you see there is really a proposition of options directly offered to Carlos. So you can easily create this ticket, and we can find again all this information on the second screen. So now we're going to go more on the agent side, so the office manager. So here we see in the queue, we have this new ticket opened by Carlos. And you will get also on the right side of this issue, something named connected items. And if you click on that, you will get this same information about the printers impacted by this specific issue, as well as additional information in this last field, printer details. So with information like the maintenance dates, support phone number, if you need to reach out to them to solve a specific issue.
And
so
if I could just jump in here, Cecile,
yeah,
we
sure.
have whatever information we want from third-party sources basically appearing on this ticket. So you want your Salesforce stuff here. Yeah, you want to query some database or some application. It's done by API. And that's incredibly powerful, as you were saying before, about bringing all that information, you know, into one single place in Jira, where you're working, you've got immediate access to all the relevant information required for your job. Yeah, incredible.
Yeah, you're totally right. Thank you. So yeah, you can request first a lot of different type of data sources. We mentioned REST APIs, databases, LAP. So yeah, it's really working with a lot of different tools. And also, if you have access to it, whatever the information you have inside your data source, it will be able to display it on the Jira side. So the goal here is really to centralize information inside Jira. And really, you can also, as we have seen here, specify which information you want to show to who. So for the agent, we wanted to show him more data, like the maintenance dates, the brand, the specific reference of the printer, more kind of technical information. But for the customer, for Carlos here, who is going to create the ticket, we want to really make it really easy for him. So just by specifying more business information, in which floor the printer is located, and it doesn't need to know everything about the maintenance or support. So we don't need to display that. So it's really, you can personalize it the way you want to show the information you want to the people you want.
When you want.
Exactly. So yeah, I think actually it was a great conclusion to Elements Connect. Just in terms of benefits for me, I think to avoid data duplication also is really important when you're using different tools. Also because let's see the printer is there is also a change in the dates of maintenance, or it's a new team managing all that, or information on a customer in Salesforce also change. Well, you want this change to also be updated inside Jira, so that everybody has the most accurate information. So again, this instead of having to copy and paste manually, or losing time taking a look at external tools, you will have the up-to-date information directly inside Jira.
Amazing. Yeah, I think it's self-evident how much that's going to help. You know, because yeah, every organization's got so many apps these days and so much data that they need to work with on a day-to-day basis. So yeah, bring it into one single source of truth ultimately, almost.
Exactly.
All right, what's next?
Yeah.
Oh, lastly.
Oh yeah, I just forgot to mention, yeah, of course. So this app is available for server and data center since a while, and for cloud too. Its cloud version is a bit more recent. So we are working of matching the same level of features on cloud. So I think you will see a lot of additional features coming in the next month. But yeah, everything is available on all hostings.
And it's interesting, we do hear that from a lot of the vendors. They're just telling us about their upcoming features, and it's just incredible the development work that yeah, the partners are doing to, you know, further the capability of these products, which just, by the time you think about all the new capability, the amount of apps there are, and they're all being developed, it's just like, wow. Yeah, it's pretty amazing to watch. Yeah.
Yeah, it's like also to be really efficient in developing this kind of tools for cloud, because, well, I think it's the future also for Atlassian. So yeah, we are really focusing our effort on be able to match our cloud customer needs, and we are getting several requests. And so yeah, of course, we want to
And
be.
that's something else as well, which, you know, we hear consistently, is the development is based on customer feedback. So yeah, if you're using the tools, talk to the vendor and provide your suggestions, because they certainly listen. And yeah, heaps of great ideas and feature requests, you know, coming from an amazing community. So yeah.
Yeah, I think it's really important to listen to the customer, and so we are. That's why also we have this dedicated support team to be in touch with customers directly, as well as solution partners. And we have specific Jira projects with change requests people can follow and create. And so it's based really on that and on the customer's interview we can do, but we are really specifying our roadmap and the next features we want to implement with our products, as well as bit changed if needed, or improvements. So yeah, it's really important for us to match the customer needs. Yeah.
All right, so let's have a look at copy and sync.
Yeah, so copy and sync. Well, again, the name is kind of saying what the app does. So it's really to give you the ability to automatically copy issues and synchronize the fields between these issues. So including comments and attachments. So it works with any kind of Jira. It's same for Connect, actually, whatever it is, Jira software, Jira service management, or Jira work management too. But it's a bit more complex than just copying and synchronizing, because you can really personalize it on a high level. So for example, can present specific use case we are actually also using in our company. We are using our own products, and we are implementing something for when we are welcoming new people in the company. We are using Jira for all the onboarding process. So usually it's always the same process, with the same regular tasks to manage before somebody come. Like, well, we have to plan all the training tasks, the different IT tasks, like all the computer setup, email accounts, and of course HR and admin stuff too, to manage before somebody arrive. And instead of having to add all these little tasks, we can see on this drawing here, manually each time for each new people coming, we have configured Elements Copy and Sync to automatically create all these children tasks, and really be able to affect it to the right people in the right Jira projects. Well, this can be a bit theoretical right now, so I will show you directly on the Jira instance. It will be, I think, really clearer. So let's just switch to the Jira instance to do this demo here. So here we are on a Jira software instance, and we are working in the human resources project. So the goal here is, well, let's say somebody new arrives to the team. It can be me coming to Elements, and we're working as Atlassian consultant, for example, working in the Toulouse unit. That's where I'm based currently, and I will can arrive, let's say, next Monday. So as the human resource manager, I just have to create this one issue and specifying a few things like the role, the business need, the arrival date, and just create this issue. And then this is when Elements Connect is triggered, actually. So we configure it to be triggered directly here when I create this parent issue. That's what we called it the parent issue, because then we are getting all the different children tasks created automatically, like we have seen in the scheme previously. So this is the issue I just created. We can find again the same information, Atlassian consultant coming in Toulouse and arriving on the 11th of October.
How did you get a low priority? That should be a high priority.
Yeah, that's true. By default, it's set up to be low priority, but yeah, because based on the date, it could be a bit urgent to do that.
Yes, exactly. But yeah, so any repetitive work. So if you know what the work is and you can specify it, it really allows, and it's not, I guess not just HR, it's any process that you want to put that's repetitive, you can configure.
Yeah, totally. It's really working for business company, business teams like HR, things, this kind of processes like the onboarding, because it's a great example to show a specific processes impacting a lot of different actors working in different units. But it's working also great. I think one other use case I can quickly talk about is about escalating issues from Jira Service Management to Jira Software. So let's say some customer is having a trouble with one of the products we have, and he is going to create a bug request on Jira Service Management. And then the support team can escalate this issue to the development team to be able to solve this bug directly in the product. So with that, we can easily like copy and sync. It's like copying this issue to escalate it to the dev team, and also synchronizing the information so that when there is something new coming up and to follow the progress of the dev team, everybody is aware of what is going on, the support team, the customer, and the development team. So this is another more technical use case that can be implemented with Elements Connect. So yeah, it's really working with when you have a specific process and a lot of repetitive tasks you want to automate, it can be used for this kind of needs.
Yeah, I can imagine use cases across pretty much every team and every function, because you'd be able to identify your repetitive work where you're sort of creating the same tickets again and again. So if a bit of a saying, if you're doing it for the second time or something like that, or template it.
Exactly. And also you talk about templates, and that's a really good comment, because also with this app we added a feature to be able to connect it to Confluence and kind of create a Confluence page template matching all these stuff tags for everybody to be able to follow, because people may not use Jira also to check all the training tasks, the IT, and they are more using Confluence, but they would like to keep an eye on what is going on. So all these subtasks here created with Elements copy and sync. So the training task, in the train project, IT task also, and HR task. So all of that has been created automatically with Elements copy and sync and assigned to the right person. So as you see, it can be really different depending on for each task. And also on Confluence, I'm going to open this page on the Confluence space. We are getting the kind of the same view for everybody to be on the same page, whether they're working on Confluence or on Jira. And also it's going to be synchronized based on what is going on with the tasks on Jira.
That's interesting. Does that arrival date up the top, does that synchronize?
Sorry, here?
Yeah, that third field down, does that synchronize? Because like the arrival date, 11th of October 21, if we change that on the ticket, Will that change?
Let's do it right now.
Because I know the other stuff.
Because it's going to be, yeah, it's going to be updated with actually with this. It depends on how you configure the app. Here we chose to go to synchronize the arrival date here with the due date for each task. So when I change the arrival date and I refresh my Jira, also all the due dates for the subtasks are going to be updated too. Here, so this is really depending on how you have configured the app. And if I go back here, take a look at the Confluence page, it can really, I'm not sure it's going to be, sorry, live updated because it's a variable we took directly from the field. And here we are using the Jira macro to get the information on the tickets.
And I guess that's the, again, how you do your configuration. So if you want fields to remain persistent, so you want the original values, then you can populate it into a Confluence table. Whereas if you want the live ticket or the live values, you'd use the second type of configuration. You got there, the list view. And it's all highly configurable. Wow.
Yeah, exactly. So it's so yeah, that's why I was saying that it's really, it can be you can add a high level of personalization to the tool and really saying I want to synchronize these fields or this issue and copy only these and this information and not everything you will have in your ticket. Or so it really depends on what you want to do and really match your processes, whatever it's the process you're using in your team.
And what sort of level of training is required in order to be able to configure it? So if you're Atlassian certified, I'm sure it's easy enough to pick up. But if you're an admin of an application or an instance somewhere, and how much training do I need to do to be able to feel comfortable?
Well, so this app is configurable only by Jira admins. So usually you have at least to be able to do some Jira administration. There is also a link to post functions. So if you know more, you need to know a bit more about workflows and post functions. So basic Jira administration. But then we are offering trainings for social partners on this app and on Elements Connect too, for the consultants to be able to understand quickly how to configure them and what are the main use cases they can face with customer, and so understanding and be able to implement it quickly. So we are offering this kind of things, but then it's really also really guided in the administration, and we have the documentation explaining also exactly how to configure it with a lot of different tutorials to follow if needed. So we try to make it the more user-friendly as possible in terms of administration. And but yeah, you have, I think, yeah, at least to know a bit more about Jira, of course, Jira administration, but then it's not that complicated to configure. And in any case, the support team is here to help you.
Right.
Well, I think we kind of already conclude on this app too. Just to summarize, I think to be able to automatically synchronize the copy fields to really implement processes that are matching your team's needs, whether it's a business or more technical team, it can be implemented with this app. The goal is always to reduce the amount of manual tasks and save a lot of time.
Awesome.
And again, same availabilities on the cloud for data center. And yeah, I would like just to finish with kind of a different tool here because it's for Confluence. It's named Element Spreadsheet. And really, it has been built specifically for Confluence. It's a spreadsheet editor, a bit like Excel or any spreadsheet software you can find. but we wanted to really embed it inside Confluence to be able to let Confluence teams collaborate directly on spreadsheet inside Confluence. So in terms of use case, it's really great for any kind of team managing figures or whatever it is, tracking expenses, managing budgets, and things like that. Because really natively on Confluence, you can use Confluence tables, which are really great for structuring your information inside the Confluence pages. It's used a lot, but it doesn't give you the ability to do advanced calculation. For example, this is the main feature asked by a huge Confluence user. So when you have to use, for example, Excel on one side and also Confluence on the other side to collaborate, well, Excel is not really made for collaborating on the same spreadsheets. So we can become hell really managing all these figures and files on one side externally from Confluence. So yeah, we wanted really to centralize all this data and be able to work on it directly inside Confluence. So I'm just going to show you an example on a Confluence instance. And this is the one, because so you will see directly how it works. And really here, well, it's really similar to a Confluence table. We wanted to make it as embedded as possible. And we're also reusing some Confluence features like the date user picker, user mention, date picker. But if you don't know it's a spreadsheet behind, you can really think it's a Confluence table. And it's really similar to an Excel. You can have different tabs here. Here we are really managing products. So with this Confluence page is to be able to track all the sales made on the Tellurian products. And you can visualize the data natively, not natively, but with a spreadsheet on the display view of your Confluence page. And to edit it is really simple. You click on the edit button here to open this new window, and you're getting the same features as you will find in something like Excel, with also calculation of the most important features with more than 400 formulas. So you're getting VLOOKUP as you see. You can do cross references between your different tabs. So here we are looking for information on product catalog. So this is where we're going to look for this sales. And again, you can really use @mentions, the picker, like you will use it on Confluence. Also, you can also filter your data. If I want to see only the sales made by me, here I can apply it and just get this information displayed here to really filter it. So you see, well, it's really at the same time matching the Confluence interface, user interface, and offering the capability of calculation and any spreadsheet software inside Confluence.
That's great, because how many spreadsheets do people deal with, or just even the most basic calculations? And you want it to live in Confluence, not on a spreadsheet or a Google Doc somewhere else.
Yeah, really, that was the goal, to be able to, for every team to collaborate directly inside Confluence and avoid having to use again different tools, and with the risk also of be lost in the different versions of Excel files you can have.
Yeah, well, thanks very much for that, Cecile. I can see where the name Elements came from. It's really about all the elements, bringing them together, pieces of the puzzle. That's sort of where this has come from. So look, that was really interesting, very informative, amazingly powerful products. So and particularly with Connect and Copy and Sync, they are both two products that you would then continually develop, because you'll add more and more data sources to bring it in. You'll be templating more and more processes as you your culture changes into, yeah, I'm doing this twice. Okay, I'm going to template it. And then building that into the configurations. Because you can imagine doing that consistently over time. If you were putting in all these templates, how much time would be saved after you've been doing that for a year and you've templated all these things that you no longer have to do because the tool does it accurately and automatically. So look, yeah, thanks very much. Yeah, I know it's early for you, so enjoy the rest of the day. And
Thank you.
yeah,
Well,
yeah,
enjoy your
thanks for your time.
evening. And yeah, just to add a few words is that, yeah, if you want to know more, of course, you can reach out to us. Our support team is here to help, and you can take a look at the marketplace, the documentations. These are the main resources that can be useful for learning about the products, learning how to configure it, and feel free to reach out also. Design Industries team has my direct contact, so feel free to reach out to us. It will be really a pleasure to help.
Yeah, fantastic. All right. Well, thanks very
Thanks a
much,
lot.
everybody. I hope you found
Thanks
that
for having
interesting.
me.
So thanks, Cecile. Thanks, Alice. We'll speak soon.
Yeah.